All right, well, happy Friday, everybody. So today I thought I would do a quick video on a Coleman kerosene lantern. This is the model 237, and people, don't know a lot about these. They're kind of unique in that this came out in 1938, I believe, in Canada. Late 30s, early 40s, 41, I believe, is one of the years they give it credit for being in our country, in the United States. But it's kind of neat because it will use kerosene, and kerosene is a lot less flammable than gasoline or white gas, which is what regular Coleman lanterns use. Most people might be thinking, well, you could always just use an LED light. But sometimes, it's nice to have a backup source of light, and kerosene will keep for decades. You can have it in a barn. It's not as dangerous as gas. It's more similar to like an oil almost. So it burns, but it's not explosive. So, but the trick is to get it to light, it has to be vaporized. So they came up with kind of a neat solution for that, and I thought I would light this and show you the proper way to light one. And they've also come up with an interesting solution for the pre-lighting cup, which I'm going to show you that now. But let's see if I can drop this camera down and show the way they pre-light. The generator needs to be heated to vaporize the fuel, and so they came up with a solution that basically involves a metal cup that you fill with alcohol and light, and then that will actually heat this second tube in there, which is the generator. It's probably scary to some people to see how this works, but it's very safe. So I'm going to see if I can demonstrate that really quickly. Let's see if I can. All right, so this funny looking can goes in, and then you rotate it like that, and you are filling the generator pre-lighting cup. So you just fill it about half full. It doesn't have to be too crazy. So this is the beginning. You want to make sure this is off, and then you want to make sure it's pumped. I think this one's got a little, well, it needs a little bit of This particular lantern, I think I mentioned, was my great uncle's, but it is from 1965. Okay, so this part is a little bit exciting. So I'm going to stick this match in the hole, and I'm going to set this little tray of alcohol on fire. I think. Looks like I didn't get enough in there. Nope, I did. It's going. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that, but there is a flame. So what's going to happen? That flame is going to start heating this metal generator. And when that gets hot enough, the residual fuel that's in it from the last time it's used will start to vaporize, and the mantle will actually light up without me even turning the light on. So at that point it'll be hot enough, you'll know that it's vaporizing the fuel. Yep, there we go. So I haven't even turned this on. It is literally vaporizing the residual fuel from the last time it was used. So at this point, you can sort of hear the alcohol is boiling and see it. Let me see if I can. So now I think it is hot enough to where I can actually turn the valve on. The boiling alcohol part is probably a little more than most people would be comfortable with, but at this point, yeah, it's vaporizing the fuel. So now I'm going to turn it on. And it's on. So there you have it. It's got the old Coleman logo, which is kind of cool. The sunshine of the night was their old slogan. But these are really pretty cool lanterns and very reliable. This one's been sitting in the barn since the 80s, unused. And I think it's safer if you were to have a spill. You know, if something were to leak, the kerosene is not as flammable as gasoline by far. So anyway, all right, well, thank you very much, and hope everyone has a great weekend.